Okay, it is almost time. So, well, let we start today's webinar. By the way, is my voice is can you hear my voices? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank you. And let's start. Well, good evening, good evening to all of you in Malaysia. Thank you for coming today. Today we'd like to introduce a short session of University of Tsukuba Malaysia campus, which will hopefully open in the end of this summer. By the way, is the hot season of Malaysia will ends? Just joking, just joking. Well, no, it will be open in September. And well, my name is Zempo. I work with the University of Tsukuba as an associate professor. And well, I will be your moderator for this today's session. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Well, let me change my slides. Here's it. Well, I'm also alumni of the University of Tsukuba, and well, the thing I'm showing you is want to show my discipline. When I was bachelor students, I'd been majored for radio astronomy, but well, in master course, I'd been majoring e-marketing and business administration, and after that, when I was PhD candidate, I'd been major acoustics. Well, usual, usual traditional university. This kind of a transition of the research field could not be happen. But our university of Tsukuba, it will happens. Well, this is because the University of Tsukuba is so open-minded university, and this kind of transition is so we are feeling so positive on it. And well, let me show about our university. So, this is the main campus of our university. There's so huge campus, and well, there's a lot of the disciplines. So let me see here. Here is it. For undergraduate courses, we have a School of the Humanity and also social sciences, human sciences, life and environmental sciences, and of course, science and engineering and informatics, and medicine and health. And this is a unique point. We have a department of the physical education, health and sports science, and art and design. And from this September, we're going to have a school comprehensive studies and well named School of Interdisciplinary Design blah 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 university that I am I'm gonna introduce you guys. And well, we have 50 years 50 years history, and we are now celebrating 50th anniversary. And but not only 50, we have where university have based on 151 years have a roots of the educational university named Tokyo University of Education, which will be established in 1940, established in 1872. So, so that we are so open and we have open mind, and well, we encourage to collaborate with multiple disciplines. And for today, we are now introducing the Malaysia school, which will be held in Malaysia campus. So, first of all, I would like to have opening remarks from the Professor Tsujimura Sensei. Can you? Yeah, you're here. So can we have your opening remarks?
Thank you very much for introductions, Professor Tempo Sensei. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Very welcome to our webinar on University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design.
That's
We
it.
are
That's
now...
it.
This is correct name.
Always is a challenge.
Then, okay, so we are now doing our best to launch UTMI, University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, in coming September, as Professor Tempo mentioned. And well, very welcome. And as you know, our application website opened from the day before yesterday. And I'm very pleased to hear that many of candidates of applicants rushes to our website. And I expect and I believe many of the applicants will register to our website for a University of Tsukuba, Malaysia. And now I would like to point out some their features of University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, UTMI. And next, please, Tempo Sensei. Thank you. And our UTMI launched based on government to government, G2G agreement between Japanese government and Malaysia government. And last year's March, the representative of Japanese government, Ambassador Takahashi, and the Minister of Higher Education in Malaysia signed the memorandum of understanding regarding on our branch campus, University of Tsukuba, Malaysia. Therefore, thank you. Therefore, I would like to say UTMI is launched by the very strong collaborations of Malaysia government and Japanese government. So this is the governmental level with strong wishes to make UTMI realized in the future. It's very coming soon. Okay. And next, please. And UTMI will be located in a building belonging to University of Malaya, top universities in Malaysia. And we have very strong belief and mutual collaborations with University of Malaya. Very luckily, Vice Chancellor of Professor Azwan, University of Malaya, and his group teams visited University of Tsukuba in Japan in last February. And we discussed very closely about the collaboration of education and research with and UTMY. And Vice Chancellor Professor Azwan is very happy to collaborate with us, centering on UTMY within So I would like to say this UTMY is launched based on not only for the governmental level belief, but also top-level academic level concerning between Malaysia and Japan. Therefore, I believe this big project will succeed based on our very strong and very great effort and collaborations. Next, please. Also, Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Zambri, visited University of Tsukuba in last February as well. And Dr. Zambri, Minister of Higher Education Malaysia, very expected our collaborations with and also UTMI itself to enhance the new features of higher education in Malaysia. Therefore, we would like to do our best to cope with his expectations. I would like to promise to doing our best to cope and face with Malaysian side expectations very well. Next, please. And I would like to show some good features of UTMY. This UTMY is conferred a degree from Japanese universities. I would like to say that. And actually, this UTMY, the first case in Malaysia, centering of students' eye, not faculty's eye. Therefore, PBL curriculum is centering in our education program-based learning. So not faculty staffs force do something students, not that, but students can find out the topics or major missions which should be solved or which should be tackled by themselves with very strong support of our faculty teams. Okay, so this is the first case, really student centering higher education's programs and small size class, the 40 students, 40 students per year, and 14 main faculty teams with more faculty teams from the University of Tsukuba, approximately 20. So one faculty staff, one professor can supervise 2 students. This should be a very high quality of higher education. I can sense we promise that we will produce a very good high quality educations based on the very strong research talents to you. Okay, and also this UTMY is a gateway, works gateway as a gateway to main campus of University of Tsukuba in Japan. Therefore, the many students in UTMY would have a chance to study in the main campus University of Tsukuba in Japan. If he or she would like to study more and work harder, then we would like to answer to his or her expectation and very strong wish. And financial support, we are doing our best to prepare the financial support kind of scholarship to approximately 40% of the 40% of the students of UTMY, 40% of the UTMY students, approximately, this is just a plan, but we will do our best to prepare the scholarship of approximately 700 to 1,000 ringgit per month for those 40% of the students. So this is a very good opportunity for you to study in UTMI. So based on that understanding, actually, so myself, I'm a kind of chair of the faculty teams of UTMY. So all UTMY faculties and official staffs are waiting for you to rush to UTMI. And okay, hopefully see you again in Malaysia very, very soon. Thank you for your attention.
And we're looking forward for first penguins. Well, thank you, Tsujimura sensei, Professor Tsujimura. And well, let's move on to the next speaker. Program summary will be told by Professor Yamada, who is a material scientist. Yamada sensei, can you start?
Thank you. Thank you for introduction. Can you hear me? I think it's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Let's start. My name is Yoichi Yamada of Tsukuba University, Japan, and I'm majoring material science or nanoscience, and I'll be teaching at the University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, UTMY, from this September. And I'm very excited to be able to participate in this quite new and interesting program. So today, I would like to introduce some basic information of UTMY. Could you go next one?
Here's it.
Okay, So this is introduction, but there are long sentence for you to read later. And so here I'd like to try to summarize the important things here. So could you go next? Oops. It's gone.
Wait a minute, sorry.
Yeah.
Looks my PC is internet. My PC is unstable.
Mhm.
Here it comes.
Okay. Looks okay. Next one, please. So, okay. This is actually the summary of the introduction. So first of all, University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, UTMY, is one of the faculty of University of Tsukuba in Japan. So this is the first time for the national university in Japan to have a overseas branch campus. So we have been attracting lots of attention in Japan and also in Malaysia. And originally, UTMY was commissioned by Malaysian government to set up a Japanese-style education system in Malaysia. So we are basically doing so, but UTMY is not only a copy of Japanese university, but rather it will offer quite unique and new educational system while taking full advantage of the characteristic of Japanese education. So the reason why we are trying to establish such a new program is that UTMY is focusing on the global problem, global issues, such as environmental problem, and aiming to develop the graduates who can solve such a issue. And as you may know, the global issues is diverse and it keeps changing time to time. So the global issue is very difficult to deal with the conventional educational system. So we have to have a new one. So to achieve this goal, we have to integrate many disciplines from natural science to humanities. So UTMY will have professors from many fields, and we will welcome students who are also interested in many fields, including natural science and humanities. Then we will be utilizing a design thinking and data science to deal a global problem. And another important feature is that the program, this program is the utilization of problem-based learning, PBL, which is one form of the active learning. So now you know that the purpose and method of UTMY is quite unique and new. Okay, so next, please. And then I'll try to explain some details of UTMY education. And this shows the basic information. So first of all, the name of the branch campus is called School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design. And this name clearly indicates our new style of education. The meaning of transdisciplinary is now clear because we are integrating both science and humanities to address the global issues. And then comes the term design, and design is from design thinking, which I will be explaining later on. Okay, so this name indicates that we are going to deal the global problem based on design thinking, utilizing the transdisciplinary resources of Japanese University of Tsukuba. So, and the degree issued in UTMY is the Bachelor of Arts and Science. Here, the arts do not refer to the usual arts like painting, but rather to technology and academics. So this is actually the Japanese degree issued by Japanese University of Tsukuba in Japan. And this is actually the first time for the Japanese university to issue the Japanese degree in the abroad. Okay, so then each grade will have 40 students, and UTMY is 4-year program as usual in university. And the language used will be English, and some Japanese may be used. And the entrance will be in September, and tuition will be like 35,000 ringgit for Malaysian student, and for non-Malaysian, it will be 38,000. Okay, so next, please. Okay, thank you. Here is the diagram of the educational content of UTMY. UTMY offers a wide range of studies from natural sciences such as physics, chemistry, biology, to the humanity and social sciences such as literature, politics, economy, and so on. And special focus is on the data science and environmental science. And they are done in the usual classroom lectures. And as you may know, the classroom lectures in Japan is highly organized and effective. So we can conduct this program by taking full advantage of Japanese style education. And we will collaborate with Japanese universities and Japanese companies. So you will also have a chance to study in Japan. And we also have Japanese culture class, ethics class, and also we have a physical education, PE, such as sports and martial arts, which is typical in Japan. Okay, and in addition to these classroom courses, the important features of UTMY is problem-based learning, PBL. PBL will be done in a small group of students with one or more professors, and it will be kind of laboratory course similar to those in the graduate school. So by combining Japanese style education, classroom education with PBL scheme, we can offer a new and a very effective education, and then we can produce superior graduates who can work in global field. Okay, so next, please. And this shows the philosophy of this new education program in UTMY, which is based on design thinking, which has been established to address new types of problems, such as global problem. In design thinking, 2 diamonds are typically drawn, representing the phase of setting up the problem and solving it. So we have 2 diamonds here, and horizontal axis shows the time from issue to goal. And vertical axis represents something like spread of thinking. And in the problem setting up phase, in the right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry, the first half explore the problem. So the range of thinking must spread out and then converges to one particular problem to be solved. So in the solution phase 2, there is a divergence phase for searching for the way of solving, and then comes to convergence phase in which a certain method is used to solve the problem. Okay, here we put science and arts for these problem setting phase and problem solving phase, respectively, to represent our policy of education. With science, we can find the problem, and with arts, we can solve the problem. So this diagram clearly represents our diploma policy for Bachelor of Arts and Science. So, and main focus of our program is on this particular way of learning based on design thinking. So the purpose is to solve the problem. And in this process, disciplines, including the data science, are just tool for that purpose. So they are not the goal of the program. So this is quite different from usual university. Okay, next, please. Thank you. Here is an example image of the PBL in first year of our program. And in the design thinking, the first year is in the process of finding and defining problems. So in the first year, we will have classes such as information literacy, data science basics, and fundamental research Japanese, and also basic physical education. So, so students may discover gender issues through Japanese studies or health issues through physical education. They can find some problem from the classroom course, and then they can try to apply the basic idea of data science or information science to define these issues. So this is the scheme of PBL, and we do this PBL also in the second and third years, eventually leading to a graduation research, which is actually the goal of PBL. Okay, next, please. So in order to provide such an education, we surely require professors from many wide range of fields. Actually, we have 14 professors from many fields at the University of Tsukuba as full-time faculty members. Of course, all of them are PhD, and they are from actually various fields, including biology, medicine, engineering, physics, politics, literature, and physical education, and so on.
Yeah,
And yeah,
in usual college, it could be happen.
yeah, I cannot. I see this for the first time, so that's why I'm so excited. So, yeah, in addition to these full-time members, we also have 16 supporting professors who can help the program time to time. So I think some of them are here in this webinar, so I'd like them to introduce themselves. So maybe could you please start, Professor Tsujimura Sensei?
Okay, thank you.
Hmm?
Thank you so much, Yamada Sensei. Well, myself, I'm a hydrologist and major in hydrology, water cycle, and water resources as well. And water is a very vital and principal matters and the material to transfer everything on the earth. So I measure most specifically on the underground waters and the groundwater invisible. However, it is very important. Actually, that one of the most biggest quantity of the liquid fresh water on the earth is underground waters. So that is my main target. And also in Malaysia, there are so much underground waters issues. Therefore, we would like to do our best with you to solve the groundwater and the groundwater, surface water, any water issues in Malaysia. Thank you.
Okay, next. Who is next? Kudo
Kudo
Sensei
Sensei
is not
is not
here.
attending this one
Yeah,
today.
so maybe next slide.
Yeah, but his major is racket
yeah,
sports and swimming.
Yeah. Mhm.
And Tezuka Sensei is also not attending today's, but his major is machine learning, and he's a theorist, and well, also doing some collaborated work with the medical field. And I know a lot of his work, and well, especially now he's enforcing in some field of the sleep medicines. And next is Iwane Sensei, Suzuki Sensei.
I think he's here. Okay.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm a plant biologist, but mainly using the microbiology, the mechanism of the photosynthesis and adaptation to the environmental stress. Recently, I'm very interested to produce the new biomass from the microalgae. So it is a great chance to move to Malaysia, which have the very high light intensity and very stable environment. I'm very interested to study itself in Malaysia. Thank you so much.
Professor Nishimura is not attending today. Whoa.
He's from
Yeah. Wet science. We don't know a lot of wet science, but his major is medicine, and well, some experimental field related on cell biologies. And Yamada Sensei, do you have anything you can explain?
He's playing with iPS cells, so he's doing very good job. Very nice job.
Okay, and Hiraishi Sensei, Professor Hiraishi can explain here.
Thank you.
Please.
Hello, I'm Hiraishi Noriko, and I teach comparative literature at the University of Tsukuba. So I'm not a scientist, but my major is in humanities. And I'm currently conducting 2 research projects, and the first one is on intercultural literary exchange in the modern era between Italy and Japan. And the second one is on Japanese popular texts such as manga and anime in global contexts. And we are currently conducting an international joint research project on the consumption of Japanese culture in Malaysia and Malaysian and Indonesian youth culture. And I'm very, very much excited about doing research and teaching at UTMI. And my mission and ambition at UTMI is to contribute to the study and teaching of Japanese literature and culture in Southeast Asia from Malaysia, and to contribute to the study and to connect the Southeast Asian region to the global network of comparative literature research, as I'm now serving as a vice president of the International Comparative Literature Association. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you.
Thank you. And Professor Mochiyama Sensei looks at it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so my name is Hiromi Mochiyama, and my research topic is robotics, especially soft robotics, where we utilize the soft material to find new function of robots. And so I will be in charge of data science in new campus. And yes, today, thank you very much for being interested in our new school. And today we will do my best to answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you. And Kawasaki Sensei.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay,
At
hello
last,
everyone. Thank you, Zenpo Sensei, Yubata Sensei.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for introducing me and introducing UTMY to our potential students. So thank you very much for your time today to come to our webinar. And we're looking forward to seeing many of you, hopefully on our campus this coming fall. I'll introduce myself very briefly. My name is Leslie Tak Kawasaki. I'm originally from Canada, and I've lived in Japan for about 30 years. I've spent a lot of time at the University of Tsukuba here at our main campus. I've been here as an exchange student, as a regular student, and I'm very lucky now to be a faculty member as well. I've lived in all of the dormitories. That's my one big thing for Tsukuba. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my research. I am, my main research topic is political communication, and I like to research how politicians and political parties, as well as the public sector, use online means to communicate, such as websites, social media, and other ways that they sort of supercharge or digitalize political communication today. And that's one of my two main research areas. Another research project that I'm launching this year is SDGs and communication. And I'm very interested in cross-cultural contexts of SDG communication and how it's being used, for example, in Japan and Korea, as well as other countries in Southeast Asia, such as Malaysia and Indonesia. So I'm really looking forward to teaching at UTMy this coming year and for the next few years. And I hope to meet all of you and help you with your research projects. So I'm looking forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for coming to our webinar today.
Thank you, Kawasaki sensei. And well, I found a problem issue. The slide of Ueda sensei is missing.
Is
In
he
this
here?
slide. Oh, yeah. But well, Ueda sensei looks attending this webinar.
Uh-huh.
And Ueda sensei.
Ueda sensei. Are you here?
Looks that he
okay.
yeah.
Hey.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, your slider missing. I'm sorry.
No problem.
But-
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. My research field is about education, especially to community education and lifelong learning. Looking forward to meeting you all in Malaysia, and let's enjoy studying with us. Thank you.
Thank you. And for we gotta rush up. Hello, my name's Zenpo Keiichi, and major in human and computer interactions. And well, I'm also building some softwares and also looking application in well an industry field or maybe some medical fields, and as with my specialty, spatial acoustics and service majoring. And well, related some interaction, not only the human-computer interaction and the human-human interactions, and also I'm also doing I'm an entrepreneur. I own a business, and looking forward and collaborate with the international person, and not only the researcher but also the industry field or maybe medical field. Thank you, and let's move on to next person. Hieda sensei is not attending, and well. Hieda sensei is our key person who can teach, who can speak not only Japanese, English, but also Malaysian. And so, well, she will be a liaison for Japanese and Malaysian culture, and also she will going to teach Japanese language education. So the students who will be the UTMy could able to speak in Japanese and also not only English and Malaysian. And so let's move on, Yamada sensei.
This is myself. My name is Yoichi Yamada, and I'm majoring the nanoscience, nanotechnology. So I'm usually looking at the tiny molecule in nanometer scale like this. And I'm also collaborating with a company regarding to the microscopy, and I'm actually now in my collaborator in Kuala Lumpur. So I'm now presenting kind of on-site presentation. So, okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay, and next is Daigo sensei, Professor Daigo, who is majoring in sports science, who especially not not only the dance, but also some sports business, management of sports business, and she are going to organize a dance class, and also, do you remember what? Mainly dance, but not only moving oneself, but also how to make charity to business or kind of that will be her major. And last person is Watabe sensei, Professor Watabe, who is also major in some cultures, especially on the Japanese languages and cultures. Well, I like his work, and he's a researching on some Japanese subcultures or kind of that. Well, and we are going, and so that is the point. And Professor Yamada wants to tell us what is the degree in Bachelor in Arts and Science. Is it correct?
Yeah,
Yamada Sensei.
correct, of course. Yeah. Mm. Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay, so I would like to add that all of them are surely excellent researchers in Japan. So with such a nice members, we can promote our new education, UTMY. And so maybe as you can see, we have so many teachers for relatively small numbers of students, and this is also Japanese style effective education. Okay, so yeah, this one. So this shows they assumed thesis, and actually because of this unique education environment, students can work a wide range of possible dissertation and subsequent careers, and they are just some examples. So I will not go into detail of them, but the title of thesis can be water environment in Kuala Lumpur, gender issue in Japan, and new IT technology, politics, and so on and so on. And I think it is quite distinctive to have such a wide range of study in one faculty of university. So I've never seen this before. And also, as we can also assume a wide career image from the tech company, media, and government in both Malaysia and Japan. And we also offer an opportunity to engage in the graduate school in Japanese university. So again, so important point is that the first place of our education is skill for solving problem, no matter how diverse the subject may be. So our goal is not a subject specific one, but wide range of knowledge to solve the problem. Okay, so the next, please. Okay, so this is final slide for me and from my side. And finally, we would like to briefly introduce the location and building of UTMY. And UTMY will be renting 7 floors of the building of Malaya University, which is called Wisma R&D. The location is in the Bansa area, which is southwest of Kuala Lumpur, and it is located right next to the train station, Kerinch Station. And floors, maybe next slide, floors of the building are currently undergoing renovations, so we only have some images. So we are preparing classrooms and creative learning space for PBL and so on. So we will also prepare a laboratory room and private learning space. And now you can see that we will have quite new and open facilities. Okay, and last, yeah, this is the information about the student support, and maybe Goino-san will explain much better than I. So, could you please, Goino-san?
Hi. Hello, everyone. I am Hikari Goino from the University of Tsukuba, the Academic Service Office for the Malaysia Branch campus. So this is kind of a comparison if you study in Japan and or studying at University of Tsukuba, Malaysia. So I'm not going to tell you in detail, but if you see this slide, so you can find that the approximately 2 million cheaper than studying in Japan. So in terms of cost of living, so studying in Malaysia would be a kind of option for you to to study in Japan other than studying in Japan. So
Yeah, it is more reasonable.
yes, more reasonable. So probably the next slide. Yes, scholarships.
I think
So
all of the attendees of today's seminars are interested in
yes,
this.
as Tsujimura Sensei explained in the beginning, so we'll be offering the approximately 40% of our students to receive scholarship. So this scholarship that covers the part of the tuition or other living expenses. So not 100%, but 40% of our students will be able to receive the financial aid. So an on-campus accommodation, unfortunately, we will not be able to provide, but we will support in finding off-campus accommodation around that area and counseling, and also and the learning that Tsukuba campus will be possible. Then we will prepare the financial support for some of the students to visit the study in Japan. So this is going in consideration right now. And extracurricular activities, yes. Then our student will be able to join the clubs and other activities in the Tsukuba campus, probably through online, but also they will be able to join the activities and student activities with University Malaya. So this is kind of summary for the student support.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And so, well, Goino-san, thank you, and Yamada-sensei, thank you. And well, before moving on to the, next speaker will be Hirai-sensei, who is the chair of the administration committee. But well, before moving on, is there any, if you have question, please don't hesitate to ask in the chat box. Well, I think you can find the Q&A button in the interface of the Teams, and you can ask them in text. And before moving on the administration part, well, I would like to talk with Yamada Sensei. I know that time is running out, but
yes,
Yamada
yes,
Sensei,
yes.
why don't we talk about what is the global issue means?
Okay.
A bit. As usual.
Global problem.
Yeah. Well, as you said, that there's lots of the researchers majoring the several
yes.
field, and thus global issue in every discipline. Could we find out the global issues?
Yes, yes. Global issue you can find everywhere, and so global issues should be diverse, very diverse. And point is that the global issue is not very specific one, and it's changing time to time.
Yeah.
So that's the point. So it's that kind of problem is quite difficult to deal with the conventional, so to say, discipline-oriented education system, because discipline should be changing.
Yeah.
So
discipline is just a way to understand.
Oh yes, yeah. That is just
it may change day by day, time by time.
Yes. So that's the point of our education. So we are not going to orient the discipline, but we are going to solve the problem. So discipline is tool, and solving the problem is the purpose of us. So,
okay, thank you for clearing it.
Yeah, subject can be anything.
Okay. So, well, thank you, Yamada Sensei, and finally, Hiraishi Sensei, Professor
Thank you.
Hiraishi. Can I ask you to explain the application systems of our university?
Yeah, thank you, Zeppo Sensei, and hello again. Hello, everyone. And now let me explain the admission procedure. The information I'm going to give you today is an excerpt. I'm just telling you briefly from the current application guidelines here. So please be sure to read the application guidelines carefully before actually applying. Next, please. To be admitted to the University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, UTMI, you must have completed 12 years of education. Please refer to the application guidelines for details. For example, you cannot be admitted just by taking the SPM, STPM, A levels, UEC, IB, a diploma, or equivalent qualifications. That means 12 years of formal education are required for the admission. You can also qualify to apply by taking pre-university courses approved by MEXT. That means the Japanese Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology. After completing the SPM, IGCSE, O levels, or junior middle UEC. Most of the pre-university courses are Japanese language schools in Japan, but there is an accredited preparatory course in Kuala Lumpur as well. And then you have to, from this course, you have to take the examination for Japanese university admission for international students, and you will be qualified to apply to our program. Next slide, please. The program aims to develop data science literate individuals who can apply ideas and technologies from the natural sciences, humanities, and social sciences to a wide range of environmental and social problems. And through the use of design thinking, our students will creatively contribute to solving data global issues. Toward these educational goals, we are looking for applicants who, one, strongly interested in and motivated to study global issues and their resolutions in Malaysia and Southeast Asia, and two, who have a clear enthusiasm and gaining interesting knowledge from the natural sciences, humanities, and social sciences to solve complex global problems. And three, who is able to judge the validity of information based on objective data and materials and communicate his or her ideas logically. And four, who have a genuine interest in the Japanese language and culture and respect different values and ways of thinking. Next, please. And there are two types of admission schemes. The first is school recommendation scheme, and second, the aptitude-based scheme. The school recommendation scheme allows applicants who have completed their secondary education in Malaysia to apply. Today, I would like to explain the aptitude-based scheme, which will admit 40 applicants this year. The admission policy is as written here. I'm not reading it to save the Q&A time. And in the aptitude-based scheme, applicants are first selected on the basis of their documents, and only those who are selected are allowed to proceed to the group discussion. Required documents are proof of payment of application fee, that is 100 ringgit, and proof of eligibility, proof of English proficiency, and an essay. Applicants who have studied Japanese in the past may submit a certificate of such study, but it's not mandatory. After the first screening, approximately 60 applicants will be invited to the second screening. The second screening will consist of a group discussion. Details of the second round will be provided at the time of notification of acceptance to the first round. Next slide, please. And here is a list of filing requirements on grades. A pass in STPM with a minimum of grade C in any 3 subjects, including mathematics, is for STPM. And for UEC, a pass in USC with a minimum of grade B in any 5 subjects, including math. And for A levels, at least grade C in any 3 subjects, including math. And for foundation or matriculation, a pass with a minimum CZPA with a 2.3 out of 4.0 or its equivalent. And for EJU, for diploma, I skipped the diploma. And for diploma level 4 MQF with a minimum CZPA of 2.3 out of 4.0 or its equivalent. And for the EJU, that is examination for Japanese university admission for international students, the total score of the 3 subjects, including math, must be above the average for the EJU candidates examination cohort. Likewise, an individual's math score must also be above the cohort average. And these requirements are minimum requirements and do not guarantee acceptance into the program. Please note that. And for other qualifications, please contact us individually. Next slide, please. And this is a list of English proficiency requirements for MUET, Band 3 or higher, and for IELTS academic, 5.0 or higher score. And for the TOEFL, 61 or higher score is required. And as with academic requirements, the English language requirements listed here are minimum requirements and do not guarantee acceptance. And for English qualifications other than those listed, please contact us on a case-by-case basis. As for Japanese language proficiency, applicants who have never studied Japanese may apply for the aptitude-based scheme. For the school recommendation scheme, we require some Japanese language knowledge equivalent to JLPT N3 or any documentary evidence of learning Japanese. Next, please. And we also welcome international students. Regardless of nationality, anyone who meets the eligibility criteria and passes the screening process can enroll at UTMy. And please note that Japanese nationals are treated as international students since UTMy is located in Malaysia. And all international students are required to obtain a student pass to study in Malaysia. And UTMy will support international students to get their student's visa. Next slide, please. Finally, we present the table of the application process one last time. First, please access the application guide at this URL in number 1. And then check your qualifications, and prepare your documents, and pay the application fee. An application for the aptitude-based scheme is now open. An application will be accepted until May 17th. And the second screening group interview is scheduled on June 19th. After the application, we will have this first screening, the screening of the application documents, and then the second screening group interview is scheduled on June 19th and June 20th. And acceptance will then be announced. The enrollment process will be completed, And then the first entrance ceremony of the program is scheduled for September 2nd. And so we look forward to receiving your applications. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for explaining the administration procedures, Hirai Sensei. And well, for no, not this one, not this one. And well, there's lots of the information of the, wait a minute, University UTMy and website. You can access this website to gain more information, more concrete information. You can find some guidance of the administration, and also, well, Hirai Sensei, there's one concrete question. Where can we find the pre-university approved by MEXT of Japan?
In Kuala Lumpur, you mean?
No, there's one question. What is the pre-university approved by?
Approved, it's, there are some pre-university courses, from the, if you don't have STPM or equivalent qualifications, you can enter to the pre-university courses approved by the Japanese government. And in Kuala Lumpur, you can find one school, and the name of the correct name I don't remember is Tokyo, Malaysia, something. Koino-san, can you provide the name of the school?
Yeah, of course. Then Sat Bahasa Teikyo.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is the only one school located in Kuala Lumpur. And in Japan, you can find many such type of pre-university courses, but you can find it in Kuala Lumpur as well.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think that person who made a question will be understood by the explanation, and well, and looks there's lots of the. Thank you for making some questions, and thank you for our staffs to answering them. And well, if there are any questions, well, now we are open for Q&A session. If there are any question who wants to ask and personally, you can raise your hand and turn on your camera and microphone and ask your question. The floor is open. Is there any person who wants to ask?
Zenpo Sensei.
Yep.
During waiting the Q&A, could you please inform our SNS?
Okay, I know.
Thank you.
I'm sure that you are telling us.
Now Facebook is also working.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Here is the... Here's our social media, X and Facebook.
Maybe you have to go from our website.
Okay.
This is all
not working.
Actually, you can jump from our
Here's it.
Yeah, that should be working. Yeah.
Here's another social media and also Instagram. Uh-oh, maybe my Instagram account is not working, but you can access on our website, UTMy.
Thank you.
前方先
Thank
生、
you.
sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
I could find the one who has raised his or her hand,
Sorry, I could
but
not.
not now. But
Not now?
yeah, but 1 minute before.
Floor is open. If there are any questions, you can raise your hand. But well, looks there's nobody raising your hand right now, but oh, looks Sado Safia. Can you turn on your camera and microphone? Hello.
あ、こんにちは。
Oh, konnichiwa. Which language should I talk with you?
If it's
Of
easier
course,
for
you
you.
can ask in Japanese, and I'll try to translate.
Thank you.
日本語で大丈夫ですよ。
あ、本当ですか。ありがとうございます。その UTMy はマラヤ大学のビルの一角にあるとお聞きしたのですが、その科学などのコースや授業で用いる研究施設などは設備されているのかちょっとお聞きしたいです。
That's a good question. Thank you for asking. She is asking us about chemistry and biological, or maybe the environmental disciplinary labs. Maybe we could say the wet labs. So will Tsujimura Sensei have turned on his camera? So Tsujimura Sensei, can you answer him?
Okay, thank you for your question. ありがとうございます。化学の実験施設、化学だけではないんですけれども、環境科学やそれからバイオサイエンスですね、からメディカルサイエンス、そういった今前歩先生もおっしゃっていたウェットラボの、研究施設というか実験施設も同じビルの中ではないんですけれども、マラヤ大学の中の今のところ工学部の実験室に、一部屋、そういった機材を準備することを行っています。そういった機材を使って、最先端の機材を使って、プログラムベースドラーニングの授業の中で分析や科学実験を行う、あるいは卒業研究で科学実験を行うことも可能ですし、またはさらに発展した実験や研究活動を希望されるのであれば、卒業研究を筑波大学のメインキャンパスの適切な指導教員の下で行うことも可能です。よろしいですか？
はい、ありがとうございます。すごく気になってたので、はい、ちょっと謎が解明してとても嬉しいです。
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great question. Well, but can I talk a bit about that? Not only the wet labs, but the dry. We also have a dry labs in the WISMA R&D, the building that we are going to open our campus. And well, especially for me, the human-computer interaction, and Tezuka Sensei's machine learning, and Mochiyama Sensei's robotics, and Yamada Sensei's, well, it might be, it requires a huge machines, devices for his discipline, because then it requires STM or kind of that. But well, not only the wet lab, but also some kind of the dry area labs will be held, and same situation will be applied on the person who wants to do research related on that field. ということで、ウェットだけじゃなく、ドライの分野もできますので。
失礼しました。
じゃあ、そのコンピューター科学とか、その方の研究も。
インタラクションもできます。ロボットもできる。AI もできる。
文系の研究もできます。理系の研究もできます。
ありがとうございます。あと、すごくわかりやすいオリエンテーション、本当にありがとうございました。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there's another person. We have another person who are raising our hands. So, Fit Yani-san, can you turn on your camera and mic and ask us your question? Maybe his or her device are not working well. But well, and let us introduce another information that this is not the first time of our webinar, and we have an archive of the webinar which were held in April 23rd, and this Q&A information might be helpful for everyone who are interested in our new course, new school. And well, so Fit Yani Anwar, can you turn on? Looks it is not working. Well, but anyway, the important thing we wanna tell you is we are always open, and not only this webinar, but also after post-webinar. So if there are any questions, you can access this form, or maybe you can mail us here. So if there are any person who wants to make a question, but there's no time to write any sentence, or maybe not typical question, but wants to ask or make a contact to us, please shoot your screen. Our mail address is here, and of course there's a form that you want to ask. So, and looks that all of the question was answered. Oh, there's one question which were not answered. For UEC English accepted, Hiraishi sensei, can I ask you about that?
Yep. Thank you for your question. And for the English proficiency, yeah, we decide in a case-by-case basis. If you have the qualification other than the listed, MUET and IELTS and TOEFL. So please contact us individually, and we will answer about your qualification for example, for the UEC English. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And we have just arrived another question. I have a friend who is interested in actually good at playing football. He's interested in going to Tsukuba University in Japan, as you're famous for cultivating national level football players as well. Is there a possibility of transfer or exchange in terms of his experience in sports? Well, that's also a good question. Well, taking other other program course is encouraged in our university. Well, there's maybe this is the first year for our new campus, new school, but so we could not answer the correct thing or maybe some concrete answer, but it might be encouraged, I guess. Is it correct, Tsujima-sensei?
Well,
Maybe
his
it
main
might be
question-
case by case, of course.
case by case, yes, it is. And his main part is there a possibility of transfer, inter-exchange in terms of his expertise in sports. So
Yes.
I would say, if he, your friend, is more focusing on the practical training of football, then in that case,
Gotta,
depending on the
change
situation, but in
school.
that case, your friend would better to apply the School of Sports Science
yes.
directly in the main campus of University of Tsukuba. However, UTMy produces a course or class of physical gym. So sports science, regarding on the sports science, including the practical physical training. So if your friend interested in the general field of sports science, then UTMy is very welcome to your friends. So depending on what situations. If you would like to get more information, you better access to our website, Q&A sessions website here, showing here. Thank you. 前歩先生、ありがとうございました。
はい。So, well, sorry for running out of time, but well, it might be time to close our session. And well, for our faculty members, is there anything you want to talk for the listener of today's webinar? Is it okay? So, well, anyway, we are always open for your question inquiry, and don't hesitate to mail us or maybe access to the form. Okay, so let's close today's session. Everyone from not only maybe from Malaysia, but also all over the world. Thank you for attending, and we are so excited to see you in admission. And the important point is that the deadline for apply is May 70, Friday. So, well, let's close today's session. Thank you for attending and have a nice day. Have a nice night.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you
Thank
soon.
you.
See you soon.